What's going on, guys? Episode, but I thought, well, a little bit from where we left off, I would actually go ahead and show you guys. We're gonna actually start off with the just put out a little bit of thing for the this upcoming season. Next we have the Raptors. I really liked these jerseys. Yeah, I like these a lot. These ones kind of remind me of their ones I have right now. Yeah, those are those. These are the new Suns uniforms that I have. Check those out. I like those a lot. Very nice. Next up we have the Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm sure you guys have seen these probably. To be honest, they're fire as fuck. They really are. Next up we have the Golden State Warriors. Check these out. Those are pretty fresh. Very nice, very nice. And there we are. And we have the Washington Wizards. Simple, but effective. I really like how these turned out. Especially love the dark contrast to these away uniforms. And then I have a straight up black one. So we have the Philadelphia 76ers. These are kind of a rebrand of their old design from back in the Allen Iverson days. If it wants to load for me, there we go. Check those out, very nice. And just classic for that. I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. Ugh. Next up we have the Milwaukee Bucks. Check those out. Those are very fresh, very nice. I just love how the Bucks uniforms always turn out when I go through these. And check out those alternate uniforms. I really like these, like nice cream finish to them. So we have the Cavaliers. Again, this is kind of a redesign of the late 2000s uniforms. As you can see, LeBron is still on the Cavaliers in this MyLeague series, so yeah. We got the away jerseys that look real fresh. You guys know that I'm kind of a sucker for black jerseys. Again, just really nice. And then we have these. They're alternates. Wants to load for me. And these are kind of just more like their current uniforms that they have right now, just with that Cavs on it. So yeah. Next up, we have the Memphis Grizzlies rebrand. These are kind of old school looking. Just kind of simple. I did redo the Hawks. Check those out. And yes, that is Kevin Durant on the Hawks again. And yeah. We got the Miami Heat. Welcome, Tamir. Welcome, welcome. Check out these new Heat uniforms. Very nice. We even got that camo action going on. Next up is the Charlotte Hornets. Very simple, just kind of a simple jersey. I like the stripe on the side. That was my favorite. And yeah, those are those. Next up are the Utah Jazz uniforms, my hometown team. Got that delicate arch right there. And the alternate. Just has that nice fade to it. We'll definitely get to the Mavericks here in a second, my guy. I'm just going through them in order. Next up we have the Las Vegas Luck. These are a team that I created in the game. This is the relocated side, and there's the alternate one from you guys. I think you guys saw this in the last video that we had. Next up we have the Los Angeles Lakers. I did redo the Lakers uniforms. Hopefully you guys like these. Check those out. New Lakers. And there's the alternate. Very nice. Then the Orlando Magic. These are very simple, but, you know, it's kind of hard to rebrand the Magic. I don't really know what else you could do with them. And here we go, Tamir. You wanted to see the Dallas Mavericks, so let's go ahead and check those out. These are the home uniforms for the Mavericks that I've been using. And the away. And the alternates. And last but not least, the Brooklyn Nets rebrand. Check those out. And we don't have an alternate for those. Thanks, Tamir. Really appreciate that. So let's go ahead and complete this week's season. We only have about 3 weeks left in the season. My Mavericks definitely won't be making the playoffs, that's for sure, so we'll go ahead and skip ahead to the playoffs. Just not our year this year, but that's okay. So we finished with a record of 34-48. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he wins the MVP. Congratulations to him. RJ Barrett with the Rookie of the Year for the Chicago Bulls. Kyle Lowry is the 6th Man of the Year, going behind Chris Paul. Andre Drummond, Defensive Player of the Year. I don't know about that one. I'd probably choose Draymond Green or Rudy Gobert, but okay. Jaren Jackson Jr. with the Most Improved Player Award, I guess. And Michael Stauffer of the Milwaukee Bucks is the Coach of the Year. So we'll go ahead and look at the All-NBA first team. We got James Harden, Damian Lillard, Giannis, LeBron, and Andre Drummond. The second team's got Steph Curry, Russ, and Paul George, Kevin Durant, and Nikola Jokic. And for the third team, we have Chris Paul, D'Angelo Russell, Ben Simmons, Kawhi Leonard, and Joel Embiid. There's the defensive team. I'm interested in the All-Rookie team. You got RJ Barrett, Sekou Doumbouya, Cameron Reddish, Bruno Fernando, and Nazrian Reed. And the All-Rookie second team, we got Jalen Hands, Zion Williamson, who I believe went with the first pick, E.J. Montgomery, Romeo Langford, and Daniel Gafford. Alright, so unfortunately my Mavericks did not make the playoffs this year, but we're going to go ahead and simulate round by round to see who wins the NBA Championship 2020. Hey, thanks a lot, Tamir. I really appreciate that. Always welcome support. And I'm glad you tuned in as well, man. Hope your day's been going well. And yeah, I'm glad you're here watching 2K with us. So the Cavs are out, the Hawks are out, Clippers are out, Pistons are out, Timberwolves are out, and the Nuggets, Raptors, and Thunder are out. So in the West, we have the Jazz versus the Pelicans, and the Lakers versus Golden State. In the East, we have Milwaukee and Boston, and Brooklyn and Philadelphia. Okay, and so in the West, we have the Jazz and the Warriors, and in the East, we have Milwaukee and Philadelphia. Let's see what we've got for the NBA Finals this year. We have the 76ers and the Golden State Warriors. I think we all know who's going to win here. Golden State more than likely. Philadelphia takes game 1. And Game 2. Oh boy, we may have a straight up blowout of the Warriors. Ooh. And there we have it. The 2020 NBA champions are the Philadelphia 76ers. Congrats to Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. Ben Simmons gets the MVP award for this year. Congratulations to him and the 76ers. So, now we move on to player retirement. We have Zach Randolph, Luol Deng, Dwayne Wade, JJ Barea, Andrew Bogut. I mean, you guys know these names. All retiring. We have Greg Popovich finally retiring as the Spurs coach after 23 years as the Spurs head coach. Wow. That's a big retirement right there. And we also have Dwayne Wade going to the Hall of Fame, as he very much well deserves. And Dwayne Wade also gets... Alright, so we have, as you guys can see at the top there, we have 2 new teams joining the league. If you guys saw my last episode, you guys will know that those teams are the Pittsburgh Steelcats and the Kansas City Knights. So... So let's welcome the Pittsburgh Steelcats and the Kansas City Knights to the NBA. Now let's go ahead and check the draft lottery for this year. My Mavericks are expected to get the 8th pick, and the Heat and Magic, Grizzlies, Rockets, and Knicks round out the top 5, so let's check it out. No surprises yet. Phoenix gets the 14th pick. Pacers go 13. Are the Bulls going to get number 12? Yes, they do. They definitely jumped up with RJ Barrett as their first pick. The second pick last year. The Hornets go number 11, and now we move into the top 10. Alright, my Mavericks are scheduled to get the 10th pick here, and we do. Number 9, likely going to the Spurs, and they get their 9th pick. The Las Vegas Luck get the 8th pick. And the 7th go to the Knicks. Sixth pick goes to the Heat, which means the Rockets move into the top 3. And the Steelcats, the new franchise in the East, get the 5th pick. Which means the Kansas City Knights, they get the 4th pick. Excuse me. Alright, will the Magic go 3? The Magic get the 3rd pick. Alright, Grizzlies and Rockets. And we have a winner of the lottery. The Memphis Grizzlies will be getting the 1st pick in this year's NBA draft. Congrats to the Grizzlies for getting the 1st pick. Alright, so we have an assistant coach to take care of here. I think that we should actually go for who has the highest defensive rating. There's a couple B pluses in here. I think we should go for Scott Brooks. He's not interested. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and actually skip over that. Trailblazers are concerned with Mfiondu Kabengele. Alright. I don't worry about those too much. So now we have the expansion protect. I'm only going to worry about the Mavericks for right now. Alright. So we can actually keep most of our players. I totally forgot we had Austin Rivers on this team. He's been injured most of the year, I think. So we will actually go ahead and just have all of those players right there. Alright, so now it is the expansion draft. They're going to just go ahead and pick it themselves. I'm not going to intervene here, so you guys can go ahead and watch this while I sit back and watch it with you guys. Swanning Terry Rozier to the Knights as well. Isaac Bonga to the Steel Cats. And their 2nd pick, they get Moritz Wagner, Quentin Grimes, and Alec Burks to the Knights. Tony Bradley and Jarrett Culver to the Steel Cats. Nick Weatherspoon and Marcin Gortat to the Knights. Tyus Battle and Stanley Johnson to the Steel Cats. And lastly, I think this is the second to last. Damari Carroll and Aaron Holiday to the Knights. Tyler Ulis and Herb Cato to the Steel Cats. Andrew Harrison and Justin Anderson to the Steel Cats. This is a very nice draft. I'm glad. Personally, I really like the selection of Justin Anderson. I'm a big fan of his, actually, from when he played with the Mavericks. Alright. So now it is time for the NBA draft, which I have full control over. Alright. So the Memphis Grizzlies have the 1st pick in the draft. And it looks like they're actually in need of a couple different players. I'm pretty sure at this point they're going to want to let Marc Gasol go, as he says he wants to test free agency this get a center, depending on who the highest prospects are. The highest prospect is Jalen LeCue. And then let's see what the mock draft is. It says we're probably more than likely to take Vernon Carey Jr. And I have to agree. That seems like the best pick for them. So we'll go ahead and select Vernon Carey Jr. Congratulations on being the first pick. Now with the second pick, the Houston Rockets are up. And there's no doubt that the Houston Rockets desperately need a point guard or a center. I think it would be wise of them to go with the first overall pick, Yugioh. I mean, look at those numbers. We're going to head and select Yugioh for the Houston Rockets. Apparently Rob's hat isn't a big fan of the pick, but that's okay. With the third pick, we have the Orlando Magic. And what do they need the most? It looks like they're also kind of in need of a point guard, as Elfrid Payton, for some reason, signed right back with them. I definitely think that's going to be their position to fill, is at point guard. Spencer Dinwiddie, he's good, but definitely probably not a star in this league, so let's go ahead and see what we got. They want to select Charles Bassey, a power forward. I don't know why they have Aaron Gordon. That wouldn't make much sense. I think we could definitely go with Cole Anthony for the Orlando Magic. The magiciest pick ever. That's an interesting trade there. Knights want to trade Marcin Gortat and their first round pick from this year. They want to give them the fourth pick for Yugioh and a top 3 protected pick from next year. I think we can agree to that. Welcome to the Kansas City Knights, Yugioh. So the Rockets will now be picking 4th, and of course they still need a point guard. And the highest rated point guard would be Killian Hayes out of France. And he looks like he could pass quite well, so he would probably be really nice right next to James Harden. So we'll go ahead and let that trade go through. All right. Pittsburgh Steelcats select Scotty Lewis. We will not be getting any control over the Steelcats or the Knights until after the draft, when I have to go and manually change that, so that's why the pick was selected for us. So the Miami Heat have the 6th pick. And to be honest, I could really only see Josh Richardson. Well, even him, he's not doing too great. I could definitely see Bam Adebayo being kind of their centerpiece right now. So really anything that's not a center is really kind of on the books for them. As you guys can see, they don't really have too many great players other than that. So I think we should just be taking the top-rated prospect right here, which would be Kevin Porter Jr. out of USC. So we're going to go ahead and select him. Alright, so we have the Knicks at number 7. So right now I feel like that we should... this is a tough one to choose. I want to go for another point guard, but they do have Wade Baldwin, who's been doing decently well. And they also have Goran Dragic. But I think a point guard would probably be the best selection for them. Who else do they have, though? They have Kevin Knox at small forward, and he's actually doing pretty well for them, so I think a point guard would definitely serve them very well. We're going to go ahead and give them Ashton Higgins out of Kentucky University. Alright, and with the 8th pick, we have the Las Vegas Luck, formerly known as the Sacramento Kings. And I think it's pretty obvious what their need is here. Bogdan Bogdanovic is definitely not the starter that they thought he might be. So let's go ahead and draft them a shooting guard. Doesn't look like there's actually too many great shooting guards out there, so I think we should probably draft Paul Aboya out of Italy. Alright, next up we have the 9th pick for the San Antonio Spurs, the rebuilding Spurs. Looks like LaMarcus Aldridge is still on the team. They got Brandon Ingram, who's actually been breaking out as of this year. Looks like he says he wants to test the free agent market, though. I think these Spurs should definitely try to match any offer that he gets. And DeJounte Murray, while he is a good point guard, I don't think he's going to be the future of this team. I think, this is a tough one. I actually think it'd be wise for them to draft James Wiseman out of Kentucky. LaMarcus Aldridge is getting up there in age. He's not going to be there forever. So let's go ahead and draft him at number 9. Now this kind of sucks for the Mavericks, as I know that this was what the Spurs would be weakest of our starting lineup right now, as you guys can see. But we also have Harrison Barnes. He's actually, for some reason, signed a contract extension with us. I'm not really sure why. But I think power forward would definitely be the way to go with this pick, and they would agree with me. They want to draft Charles Bassey. So we'll go ahead and do that. Next up we have the Charlotte Hornets. This is again another tough one. They really have all of their spots filled. I want to see what I could actually get for a trade for this pick. So let's go ahead and give them this year's pick and see what we can get for Nicholas Batum. We could definitely trade him. I actually like this. O'Shea Brissett and Dwight Howard for Nicholas Batum and the 11th pick. I think Dwight Howard would definitely love to come back to Charlotte. As you guys know, this last season he had a great season with them. Let's go ahead and make that trade. So the Kansas City Knights will be picking 11. Who will they pick? Joel Mario. Interesting pick there. And the 12th pick for the Chicago Bulls. It seems that the Pittsburgh Steelcats want to offer Scotty Lewis and Paul Millsap for Yusuf Nurkic and this pick. I don't think they would ever give away Scotty Lewis, as he is that pick for this year. We're going to remove him, but I think Paul Millsap and who else? I think we could definitely give them Kelly Oubre Jr. Nope, that's a little too much money. We'll have to trade away someone else. We could try to give them Jarrett Culver, or even... I think Jarrett Culver would be a nice complimentary piece for that. Let's go ahead and put this trade through. So the Pittsburgh Steelcats will also get the 12th pick. And they select Darius Garland from Vanderbilt. Alright, so number 13 goes to the Pacers. And they also could use another point guard, and it agrees with me on that one. So we're going to go ahead and select Devin Dotson. Alright, so now we have the Phoenix Suns at number 14. I think they could definitely afford to trade away their pick as well. We'll go ahead and give them the 14th. Let's see what we can get. I like this trade right here. Darren Collison and a 2023 first rounder for the 14th pick. I think the Suns would be very happy with that, as well as the Bulls. Let's go ahead and do that. So now the Bulls have their pick, and it looks as if their biggest need is at the center position, as Wendell Carter Jr. is not exactly progressing the greatest, but I think they could give him another year. I think definitely they have a bad contract there with Chris Dunn, so we'll go ahead and give them another young point guard. We'll give them Tyrese Maxey. And from here on out, we'll actually let the simulator go through the rest of the draft. And they select Precious Achiuwa. Achiuwa? Yeah, Precious Achiuwa. That's a name. That's definitely a bit of a handful of a name to say. And look at that, LaMelo Ball actually gets selected at number 19 by the Minnesota Timberwolves. Okay then. Well, that's a thing that happened, I guess. And so we will go ahead and sign our rookie, Charles Bassey, to the Dallas Mavericks. Welcome to the Dallas Mavericks. We have some team player options to go through. We have, of course, we're going to accept Dennis Smith and Luka Doncic's contracts. And Eric Pascal, yeah, I kind of agree with this as well. He hasn't really done anything for us, so we're going to go ahead and let him go. Maybe he can get some minutes on another team. So Donovan Mitchell, Lonzo Ball, Dennis Smith, Gordon Hayward, Jason Tatum, DeAndre Ayton, Marvin Bagley, Luka, Markelle Fultz, Markkanen, Mike Conley, Wow, look at all these accepted. Have any of them been declined? Nerlens Noel's was declined from the LA Lakers. He definitely underperformed there, so that's a shame. We've got some qualifying offers as well. I actually want to give both DeAndre Bembry and Jalen Brunson an extension, or qualifying offer rather. Jalen Brunson's definitely a great pick for us that we selected actually this year in real life, so I definitely am excited about him. And now we are in free agency. I still don't understand why the CPU gave Harrison Barnes such an insane extension. $23 million is definitely not what I would like to be paying Harrison Barnes right now. So I'm definitely looking for a replacement for Dwight Powell this time around. So let's go ahead and go back and look at some of these power forwards that we could sign. We could sign Domantas Sabonis, which would be an interesting... never mind. He hasn't really been shooting great for three. I really want to get a big man that can shoot well from the three. And this is kind of more what I'm talking about. Trey Lyles from the Denver Nuggets. I think we could definitely offer him a decent... Never mind. That's way too much money. I don't think you're going to be earning $15 million anywhere, my friend. Pascal Siakam. Now, this is definitely a pick that I could go with. He's a really nice defensive big man, defensive power forward, rather. I really like him. I think we could definitely... I like this offer right here. We'll give him $6.5 million. Alright, so it looks like he actually wants to come here, so we'll go ahead and agree with that. I definitely am excited to have him on the team. Alright, and we are now in free agency. And we do not have Pascal Siakam. Did the Raptors happen to match it? Because it did not give me a... They did match it. That's a shame, but okay. I think what we can do here is, I think the best thing we can do right now is go to the point guards, and we can re-sign Jalen Brunson for $5 million a season. I am definitely down for that for 2 years, and I am interested in, let's see, Domantas, you are not going to be getting $20 million with 9 points and 7 rebounds a game. Get out of here with that. Come on now. Mike Scott could be interesting. Ivan Rabb? Or Yvonne, I don't know. Ike and an Enigmogu. Looks like my controller died. Sorry about that, guys. When my controller dies, I just have a real tough time getting anything to go anymore, so sorry about that. But we are back, so no worries there. I just want to kind of move everything around a little bit here so that we can get comfortable going into free agency. As we all know, it's the most stressful time. Gotta get real nice and comfortable. The inevitable stress of it. Could sign Henry Ellenson. Chris McCullough, that would be a very interesting signing. Yeah, he's kind of more of a rebounder. I'm trying to look for somebody who can shoot the three. That is not Dwight Powell. Look at those numbers. 23% from three. That's terrible. John Moore could be interesting. Taj Gibson. Oh no, he shoots terrible from three. Dragan Bender. Now that is somebody that I could be interested in. 76 overall, and he wants $19 million a year. That's way too much money. I don't know what is with some of these players expecting ludicrous amounts of money. We could go the route that we went last year to sign some of the Warriors players. We could sign Kevon Looney, which I would definitely be down for $8 million a season for 2 years. We will definitely go ahead and sign Jalen Brunson. And we will not be signing JaVale McGee. That is definitely for sure. So we still need a backup point guard here. I don't understand why Dragan Bender would want $19 million a year for his stats, but whatever. Let's go ahead and try to sign Ivan Rabb. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. And it looks like he wants to sign, so we're going to go ahead and give him that. So, do we actually get him? And I think the Grizzlies might have matched it. They did. Ouch. That one kind of hurt a little bit. That's now 2 players that we've had be matched, so we still need a backup power forward. I could definitely go with, yeah. I could definitely, Jonathan Motley. He did play for us at one point. But I think I really like the prospect of Al-Farouq Aminu. He's really, really good on the defensive end, and also he's a decent three-point shooter, shooting 38% from 3 last year, it looks like. 34%, my bad. So let's go ahead and sign him. So, welcome to the roster, Al-Farouq Aminu. So I can definitely see Charles Bassey actually playing more of the center position for right now. So I'm actually going to move him over to the center position. And it looks like yeah, that's just not bad for him. How does he shoot from 3? But he's a good post defender and a great rebounder, and he's got some really good athleticism, so it looks like he is a rebounding specialist. So I definitely want to get him shooting more. Steven Zimmerman really wants that money, I guess. I'm not sure why. What are his career stats? Yeah, you're not going to get that much money for that, my guy. Funmaker also, same stats almost. God, some of these people just want ridiculous amounts of money. Justin Anderson? I could definitely get with him. As you guys heard earlier, I'm definitely a big fan of his. I really like defensive guards, so... Alex Abrinas? I don't think so. I think he would kind of get stuck in the rotation, so we're not going to go ahead and sign him, actually. Michael Green. I don't think so. We have too many power forwards right now. So we do have our 11-man rotation ready to go. Now for the player progression, it looks like our 3-star players, Dennis Smith, Luka, and Clint Capella, all went up in rating this year. Same with Jalen Brunson. Charles Bassey actually goes down 1. Jordan Bell goes up another notch, and Austin Rivers actually goes down by 3. Can I see how many games he played this year? Yeah, he missed about half the season, it looks like, so that's not very great for him. Alright, so let's skip ahead. I don't really play the Summer League. Sorry guys if that's what you came here to watch me play. Not a big fan of it personally. So the All-Star selection, Los Angeles? That's there like every freaking year, I swear to God. Let's actually go to Brooklyn. That could be an interesting spot for the All-Star game. So we're actually going to create our draft class now. We do have a couple created players that I could use, and I also have me in here. Well, I have my player. Do we want any of these guys as our big draftee this year? I do like putting Yugioh Gregory in here. He's a very good, like, kind of Carmelo-esque player. Let's actually download a draft class. Unofficial 2021 draft class. This is actually the guy who I've been using all of my draft classes for up until now, Jack Move 916. So let's go ahead and actually use his draft class for 2021 as well. And yes, we always want those storylines generated. So let's go ahead and take a look if we can. We can't quite yet. Alright, let's skip ahead to training camps then. So we're definitely going to give that perimeter shooting thing to Charles Bassey. Wow, yeah, he's got some room to improve, definitely. And we will give perimeter defense to Luka Doncic. All right. Alright guys, we're at the start of a new season. Let's go ahead and check the all players list to see if any big names have moved around the league. LeBron James still on the Cavaliers, surprisingly. He's actually making more money on the Cavaliers than he's making on the Lakers right now. James Harden still on the Rockets. Giannis still at the Bucks. Kawhi still at the Lakers. Durant still at the Hawks. Let's see. Let's see if we can find anyone who has changed teams. DeMarcus Cousins is on the Rockets. I think that's a decent fit for him to play next to James Harden. Jimmy Butler is still on the Celtics. If you guys did not know, last season, at the beginning of the season, I did trade him to the Celtics. Let's see. It doesn't look like we have anyone that's really moved around since last season, at least big names. Except for DeMarcus Cousins, of course. Alright, so it doesn't look like we have too many big names moving around. That's okay. We'll go ahead and edit our game plan for the year. So here is our starting lineup for the year. We have Dennis Smith Jr., Luka Doncic, Harrison Barnes, Jordan Bell, Clint Capella, and off the bench we have our six-man Charles Bassey, Jalen Brunson, Cameron Payne, Austin Rivers, Justin Anderson, and for some reason now Farouk Aminu isn't playing. I think he should definitely be playing over Cameron Payne. He didn't play too well for us last year, so we're going to give his minutes to Farouk Aminu. I do value defense over everything else, so... Okay. Now to decide who we want to play against. Who are some of the top-rated teams? The Celtics, Bucks, Warriors, Sixers, and Rockets, surprisingly. The Rockets, as you guys know, did have the second pick. I think we should actually play a game against one of the expansion teams that just entered the league this year. And the first one we'll be playing is the day before Christmas Eve in the Pittsburgh Steelcats, it looks like. We also want to be able to go into the MyLeague settings. Is it the settings? The automation. So we want to give control to the Steelcats and the Knights to us. So we can go ahead and look at their roster really quick. The Pittsburgh Steelcats have a very interesting looking roster. They have Isaiah Thomas, Yusuf Nurkic, Alec Len. Let's actually see what their starters are for this year. Alright, so they have a starting lineup of Isaiah Thomas, their rookie with the 5th pick, Scotty Lewis, Kelly Ray Jr., Marquise Chris, and Yusuf Nurkic. And it doesn't look like they have too many other people that I'd be worried about. And then for the Knights, we have, surprisingly, Chris Paul, who is, I guess, spending his twilight years in Kansas City. Kentavious Caldwell Pope, Nicholas Batum, Bobby Portis, and Damian Jones, with the second overall pick, Jalen LeCue, coming off the bench. That could be interesting. Him learning from Chris Paul, that could be very interesting indeed. So I do actually want to go ahead and edit the Pittsburgh Steelcats uniforms, as I'm not a big fan of the font that they've chosen here, so we're going to go ahead and edit that. Where did they get that color then? I'm very confused. Okay. I am very confused. Okay. That's what I wanted to do. I'm going to dull that blue a little bit. Okay. Yeah, that looks a lot better, at least in color. Now let's see what actual font we want to use for the jerseys themselves. I kind of like that. Yeah, I like that. Font number 26. Okay, yeah, that looks really nice. Very fitting. Oh, okay. That looks interesting. This might be the one time I actually want to do that. Okay, yeah, there we go. That looks very nice. Hope you guys enjoy that. And let's go ahead and take a look at the Kansas City Knights uniforms. Just so you guys can see them, just, you know. Dang, look at that blank screen. Just looks so fresh and sleek. Those actually look really nice. Very modern. Oh, there we go. Those look really cool. I like those a lot. And the alternate, if it loads. I actually want to do something with this really quick, so check this out. Which one is it then? So I actually want to go ahead and delete that, and where is it? Ah, right here. This guy. Hit and scale that up. Right about there. I want to try this out. So we can do something like that. Let's move it up a little bit. Let me know what you guys think of these uniforms. Go ahead and like right there. Right there. I don't really like those. I don't really like how that looks. So let's actually just move it straight to the middle. I wish these moved a lot faster. Okay, yeah, that looks okay. Alright. That is your Kansas City Knights uniforms. Alright, so let's go ahead and simulate through the first 2 weeks of the season and see how my Mavericks are doing. So we always have the CPU adjust rotations during injuries. So the Mavericks are now 4-2. That's a good start. Yugioh and Dennis Smith Jr. are definitely lighting it up. This year has our rookie Charles Bassey doing. He's doing very well. 18 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 blocks off the bench, shooting 59%. Actually want to bring that down a little bit. He is coming off the bench. We don't want him shooting too much. So we'll get his touches down to 65 and his shot to 70. So we don't want him scoring too much as of right now, as he is backing up. That's Nick Richards. I don't remember signing this guy. I'm gonna go ahead and release him. I don't know where the hell he came from. Martin. Okay. Yeah, that's looking alright. Let's actually move up Charles Bassey back to power forward. He's actually playing very well to where he's taking over Clint Capella's spot, so we can move into the power forward spot and have Jordan Bell come off the bench, which I think is pretty fitting for him. We have Clint Capella, Charles Bassey, Harrison Barnes, Luka Doncic, and Dennis Smith Jr. And we also have Dirk as our coach. Like, how much more Mavericks can you really get? So we'll simulate through another 2 weeks. We actually only have 5 games in that span, which is really nice. Really nice for like rest and all that good stuff. And would you look at that? We actually have a winning record. We are on a winning streak. We've won 6 in a row. That is what I'm talking about. And Charles Bassey is still shooting very well. Looks like he's actually gone back down to earth to about anywhere from about 12 to 13 points a game. And Dennis Jr.'s taking a big drop as well. Do we play a game against the Kansas City Knights anytime soon? We play 2 games against them, one on January 10th and the other on the 11th. I actually want to play a game against them. As you guys can see, we're actually doing quite well this year, and that makes me very happy to see as we go ahead and lose 3 in a row. But we're losing against. Oh, okay. That's not a losing streak I'd like to see. Do we have any injuries? We have Jordan Bell and Harrison Barnes actually injured right now, so that makes sense why we wouldn't be doing so great. Actually have Justin Anderson coming and starting for us right now. We have Luka Doncic And this was doing well. Charles Bassey back down to kind of what I would more expect him to be at, around 14 points a game. Or do I want to play against the game against the Pittsburgh Steelcats? Which one's doing better right now? 14 and 12. And 10 and 15. Well, they're not. They're both not doing so great right now. They are new teams to the NBA, so that's kind of to be expected. That is not a good sign. Jordan Bell still injured. Harrison Barnes still injured. Let's go pick and roll and speed up the game a little bit. I think Dennis Smith will definitely enjoy that. Well, looks like the team's not enjoying that, though. I really want this team to be kind of more of a pick and roll, pick and pop type of team. And it looks like... yeah, it looks like Clint Capella's kind of the big reason why we're not doing very well right now. He's shooting worse, much worse. All over the board. Dennis Smith is actually doing pretty decently right now. 17 a game, that's not great, especially for his fourth year. Luka Doncic around 15 a game. It's about what I would expect. And it could also just be because our third scoring option, Harrison Barnes, hasn't quite come back from injury yet. So maybe we'll just have to deal with that for a couple more games. And maybe he's finally not injured. Okay. So we finally have our starting lineup back just in time to face against the Kansas City Knights, who are actually 22 and 18. Wow. For their first year in the NBA, that is very nice. So we're actually going to go ahead and do just home and away. Actually, let's see. Their statement jerseys, though. Those are the jerseys that we were just looking at earlier. Those nice red ones. Yeah, those guys. Let's actually just both do the away jerseys. We're not going to be watching that. Hi guys. Anyways, geez, Clint Capella coming that far off the bench. Is he injured now or something? I'm so confused. Oh, that's okay. I was looking at the bench lineup. I was like, what? What? That was very confusing. Chris Paul, Contavious Caldwell-Pope, Nick Batum, Bobby Portis, and Chol Marial, I think was his name. So we're going to have to turn the commentary off for obvious reasons. It does get a little annoying when I'm trying to play. Alright, let's get this started. Okay. Alright, let's start to play for Charles Bassey. Try to get him the first points of the game. And we'll get that goaltending. Now, I don't know anything about Cho Mario, so he's kind of an unknown to us right now. Alright. So he's got our first 5 points of the game. Very nice. Alright, and Cho Mario misses the shot. And Luka Doncic with that smooth little layup. And he gets it down to Chris Paul in the post. And Chris Paul does not make that. We'll give it down to Capella. Ooh. Nice little hook shot from Capella. So it turns out the reason why we were missing so many open shots in the last couple episodes might actually be because of the fact that I was accidentally using no shot meter. I was using the real player field goal percentages, which could definitely be the reason why we were missing so many shots. So I did get it switched back to the shot meter. All right. And he misses the second. Okay. So we're doing well to start this out. And Terrace and Barnes makes another one. Let's go ahead and put Jordan Bell in, as well as... No, we'll just put Jordan Bell in for right now. Well, you can definitely tell that Chris Paul's getting old. Ooh, that was not a very good shot. Ooh, that's a good shot. There we go. Ah, doesn't make that one. And doesn't make that one. And nice easy layup again for Luka Doncic. Ooh, Doncic gets me with that step back, and he does not make that shot though. Ooh, hits Chris Paul with the step back. And I gotta get used to Dennis Smith's shot again, because I know it's very quick. Wow, that's a very quick shot. And Shaul Merrill makes the shot. Ooh, and he gets blocked on that one. That was a terrible shot. I'm also very much used to my player's shot. Yo. Alright, let's have Dennis Smith push it up. There we go. Get a nice easy layup for him. And we'll also have Al-Farouq Aminu come in and put Jordan Bell at the center spot. And of course, as usual, the coach completely overrides my substitutions. And Jalen LeCue is actually in the game. There we go. All right, and oh, we didn't get the rebound. So immediately after this game, I'm going to be starting another live stream for my Pro-Am series. If any of you guys that are watching this ever want to join me in my Pro-Am, you guys already know that I love playing with you guys, so never be afraid to hit me up on PSN at Cannibalic97. There we go, Jordan Bell getting right up in their face in the post. Okay. Not sure I made that one. That animation was a little funky. And Austin Rivers with the sweet little and one there. And somehow he missed it. That's a good block by Jordan Bell. And Justin Anderson takes it in and gets the foul. And come on. Boy. Alright, let's try to keep focused here. Let's not try to get frustrated. Let's just play our game. And that's what happens when we do. We get those easy layups. And let's push it up floor. And one. And Justin Anderson at the line again. There's so many fouls in this game. Let's cut down on the fouls here. Let's just get shit done. Hey, and we get that buzzer beater. You guys can enjoy the dance team here for a minute. Doesn't look like we're going to be getting this done here. Ooh, that's a tough one. There we go. That's a good three from Al-Farouq Aminu. Alright, I don't know what they're doing right here. Alex Burks is just kind of standing there. And Okay, well, Samancic kind of came out of nowhere. Ooh, that was a weird animation. That really screwed up my shot. I thought he was going to do the turnaround jump shot, but he just kind of went straight up. That's good defense right there. And, after getting 7 points in the first quarter, Bassi is now 0 for 2, I believe. And it looked like Grimes just ran straight out of bounds, so I don't know what was up with that. Let's give him another shot here. There we go. And they need a timeout, I guess. We're up by 10. So we're off to a good start. I mean, regardless of some of the downsides of Dennis Smith not doing too great right now. Seems like everyone else is kind of playing. We're playing good team ball out there, so I'm glad about this. This is a much more fun team to play with. That was suggestive. Alright. That was a really shitty pass, but I'll take it. Oh, come on. That was just a shitty turnover. Like, how? Come on. And there we go. Good rebound. Let's keep it going. We got Clint Capella up there, so let's get him a nice pick and roll right here. Ooh, that was... Okay, he wants to go for the windmill. Now, he's now missed his last 4 shots. Actually, no, he did get the alley-oop, but still, he's not doing great right now. And another easy layup for Luka. Yeah, no way you're going to be making those turnarounds like that. That is as good as I can shoot that. Like, his jump shot is so quick. Ah, come on. Make a damn shot. Thank you. About time he made a shot. Okay. Yo, hang on to that ball. Oh, there we go. All right. Okay. It was a good shot by them. They got me on that one. Now, Lucas seems to be our best performing player right now. Ooh, he needs to make that. Ooh, he just crossed him up. And I'm getting really sick of his jump shot. It's so quick. It's just too quick. I might change his jump shot, because that is just way too quick. Come on. Nicholas Batum ain't that consistent. No way. Hang on to that ball. Come on. And I thought the shots we were missing in the last game earlier were bad. That was just fucking ridiculous. Getting real sick of that. 3 of 11? It's ridiculous. Are you kidding me? I don't... What the hell am I supposed to do? I can't drive to the basket without getting fouled, and then we're missing wide open jump shots. Like, what am I supposed to do there? You can't get a green at least with everybody, you know. There we go. Finally, we play some defense. Oh, you... Fuck that. That was just stupid. This troll Mario guy is really pissing me off. You guys see what I mean? I cannot drive to the basket right now. I just get fouled. God. About fucking time. There we go. Fuck. I don't even care that we're up by 10. That's just frustrating. This game has been very frustrating so far. Look at that! How can I defend that? Good release. Open. It still doesn't drain it. My god, just hit a damn shot. There we go. Let's hurry and wipe the fucking floor with these guys. Shaq's reaction there has been like my reaction every time I've missed a shot. And fuck Joe Mario. There's no way he makes that many shots like that. That's it? Yo! Okay, that's a good play. See, that was a good play. I would have expected them to make that one. There we go. Ooh, I went way off of him. I thought he was going to drive. I swear, if he would have made that, that's as good as defense as you can play. I'm gonna try to get Joel Muriel to get into foul trouble so I don't have to deal with him. Yo, fuck Joel. Fuck that guy. Seriously. That's right, missed that fucking free throw. Jesus. Come on. I can never get the timing of these shots right. I gotta get used to having the shot meter again. So that's totally on me. Ah. There we go. Jesus. There we go. Yeah, that was a pretty trash alley-oop attempt. Ah, I wanted to pump fake that. The what is it called? The time between when it lets you pump fake and when it makes you shoot. With some players' shots, it's so little, especially if their shot's a little bit quicker. That shit can get real frustrating. Come on, Harrison, let's get it. Come on. There we go. Now I'm finally making a miss. Bassy, why do you keep standing in the corner? That doesn't help. There we go. You see, this free throw's nice and slow. It's a lot easier to shoot. But wow, is his shot just way too quick. I am definitely going to have to change that after this game. That is just way too quick. Oh, he should have made that. What? The hell's with 2K doing that shit? I'm glad Luka Doncic is actually doing pretty decently right now. He's making most of the shots that we give him. Ah, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Thank you. Okay. You gotta give him that one. He did come off of me pretty hard, so. That almost screwed me up, because if you guys saw, it actually stopped shaking. I was just like, whoa. Alright, let's try to get some easy buckets here. Get this lead up to double digits again. What? That was my bad. But, the frustration is mounting. I'm pretty sure you guys can see it in how I'm playing a lot more aggressively now that I'm like really frustrated with this game. Yo. Let's check this replay. You guys can see how bullshit this is for yourself. I play great defense on him the whole way up. And I don't get that block. Yeah. For sure. I'll keep playing aggressive on offense, that's for sure. That's just how I play. Jesus Christ. Okay, what the fuck was that? Yeah, you do not deserve to make that shot. I want to see that one more time, actually. Because what? Okay. Look at this. Really, 2K? You guys are going to give them this much leniency on out of bounds? Okay, so he does get by me. He doesn't go out of bounds here. Really? What is this? That is some bullshit. He should have gone out of bounds if you're going to do something like that. That is ridiculous. I'm sorry, but that is just unacceptable. I have no comment. That's okay. Why? Honestly, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I can't wait to get this game over with because, wow, there has been so much 2K bullshit in this game that I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I can't do this anymore. I really can't. I really cannot handle this amount of bullshit in a game. So, let's go ahead and look at the box score. What? I thought, you did make a 3. Guess not. Maybe, oh no, I think it was just a long 2 at the beginning of the game. guys, I can only handle so much bullshit in a game. So, thanks for watching, but yeah, that's just too much for me to handle. That's too much bullshit, so tune into my Pro-Am series, which I'm going to go right into, and I'll see you guys then.